Welcome, everybody. Steph Aliprandi here.
First, David Darkwa, lock slash flanker. 1. Isaac Moore. 2. Cameron Blaine. 3. Dalton Slaughter. 4. Harry Hawk. 5. Chris Preston. 6. Colin Landers. 7. Hannah Samantha. 8. Hunt. 9. Bridget Cole. 10. Jackson Baker. 11. Nick Schumacher. 12. Ted Campion. 13. Maddox King. 14. Nick Williams. 15. Mateo Berringer. And the reserve players are Austin Bradley White, Parker Johnson, James McCarthy, Jacob Garrett, Henry Ranger, Nikki Smith, Keisha Nagy, Antonio Gonzalez. And now, for your Army West Point Black Knights. 1. Jacob Bottery. 7. Elijah Mangus. 8. Dylan Lipsky. 9. Ali Huddle. 10. Noah Sanchez. 11.
It's Colonel. Test, 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 test. Nothing?
Stripes done a bunch of our games.
What a voice. What a voice. All right, we're good to go. Hey, Steph Aliprandi here with RPS Productions. Once again, we are on the beautiful campus of our nation's military academy, the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York. I am joined here today by a homegrown product, Colonel Nate Conkey. Colonel, pleasure to have you today.
Yeah, Steph, thanks for having me on the broadcast. This is going to be an incredible game. It's going to be an incredible day. And again, thanks for letting me be a part of this.
Oh, we're glad to have you, man. It's always good. And, we were talking before the game, and one of the things that we'll be able to, that you'll be bringing to the table will be the history behind this fantastic institution. And I'm sure that we'll have listeners on the edge of their seats between the live action play and some good historical storytelling as well for us.
Yeah, no, thanks, Steph. Yeah, hopefully able to bring some of that stuff out, whether it's the team on the field in black. I also got to spend some time with the Arizona brothers out here in white today. Got to take them on a tour yesterday, see some of the sites. There's just a ton of history here at West Point, going back literally centuries. But what we're putting out on the field and in the field is pretty amazing. I'm biased, though.
I think you have good reason to be. Anyway, folks, we've got University of Arizona visiting, facing off against the Army Black Knights today. This poses to be a heck of a game. Ball is up. Good long, deep kick to the backfield. Well fielded in the back by Army. Opposing kick put up. Fielded again by Arizona, just about the 50. Ball moving well through the hands. The attack is on, folks. Army defense looking strong. Good work from the Arizona 9 off the back there by Hall. Ball moving well through the hands. Arizona on the attack. Big bursting run right here. Oh, unfortunate errant pass there. Picked up by Army. Army on the front foot. Tough day for kicking up here, Nate. With the way the wind has been blowing, pretty blustery coming across the field, north to south. So it's going to be challenging for Army in the first half with that kicking game. But
absolutely. You already saw Arizona go deep with that kickoff. Probably not what they would normally do, but using the conditions to their favor. Army caught a little bit of a break, tried to push it back out, but A, straight out. B, didn't get as much distance on it as they wanted because of the wind.
Yeah. Both pretty aggressive, though, on the front foot already. I suspect this is going to be a barn burner of a game for us.
Talking with both sets of teams, same communication from the coach to the captains down to the players. Both squads want to come out and really get it going early. I think you saw that last week. Arizona with BYU didn't get out to the hot start, but was able to come back. Army against Guelph last week, they were able to get out to a good start. So both hoping for the same today.
Nice result from Army last weekend, too. Guelph, a pretty difficult program to come up against out of Canada.
Yeah, we kind of call them our Canadian rivals. Have been able to play in the last couple of years. They got us last year.
It's good ball from Army on that first set-piece scrummage right there. Army on the front foot. Ball working nicely off the back by Heller. 10 taking the ball there, Sanchez. Good idea for the kick there, looking for that green space and finding it. Arizona scrambling. Ooh, big tackle from the Black Knights right there. We'll try to get a number on that one for you. This is going to be a physical game, Nate. Oh, turnover Arizona, far side. Just shy of their 40. A little bit of melee in that breakdown right there. Looks like it's going to stay with Arizona. Plenty of time for the 9 there. Hall. Hall puts the boot to it. Good high kick. Loose ball far side. Looks like it's going to the white jersey. Oh, nice little dummy play right there. But Army read it well, taken down just at the 40, far 40. Good cross-field kick here coming to the far side. Doesn't look like it's going to make touch. Well fielded by Army 10, Sanchez. Big clearing ruck right there. Army looking real good right here. Hall with the carry. Oh, and unfortunately loses it into touch. Nice front foot work there from the Black Knights, Nate.
Yeah, tit for tat. You see how we're able to space some of our playmakers. I should say Army. I shouldn't be as much of a homer today. But as
By
the
all
Army
means, man, this
as
is-
the Army team is able to spread some of their playmakers through that back line. You don't usually see your 9 and 10 back there receiving those kicks, but both doing so effectively.
Yeah, really well played there, too. Don't worry, Arizona fans. We'll play it fair. All right, here's a good look-see at the second set piece of the match. We're going to get a scrum down here just shy of the 50 in the Arizona half. So we'll get a good look-see at the pack down here.
Yeah, I was talking with the referee for our game. Tyler was talking to him pregame, and heavy emphasis that he placed with the captains and the coaches on the scrum.
Absolutely.
He does his own film work, as most good referees will do, and just spotted some stuff that they wanted to make sure we're clean. We'll see what we have.
Ball's in for Arizona. Hall taking his time. Good dish there to his 10. Gerstel. Folks at home, if I'm not pronouncing the name right, please put it in the chat and we'll correct. Oh, great through the line kick right there. Chase is on. Black jerseys putting big pressure on here. This could be a big spot for Army. Arizona maintains under pressure. Good kick. Back to the 50. Well fielded right there from, is that? Wow, what a charging run right there. Nate, if we can get a number on the back of that jersey.
That was Nate. Nate Gould, number 15.
Holy cow.
Our senior, our firstie out of the back line.
Fantastic work right there. Charging run, taking players with him. Army still on the front foot, working the ball well. Nice work right there in the breakdowns.
And this is the zone where they're going to try to do some work, right? More conservative probably in their half, and then ready to
100%.
give it a go.
Put the pressure on, but keep the composure, right? Ball in hand. Take a little bit of time there. Looks like that's working. Good hard run right there by, I believe, the second row, number 4, Engels.
Couldn't tell if that was a pull pass or a knock.
I missed it myself, but Arizona was able to relieve some pressure right there.
Got to come back to the penalty, though. It looked
Yeah.
like an offside signal from Tyler.
Yeah. We also have Gene Caulfield here behind us, part of the RPS production team as well, who's also helping us out with the game calling today, as well as keeping us honest on what's happening on the field.
Yeah, as long as he has better eyes than I do. I feel like I need to pull some glasses out.
That's Lindsay Eisenhart, also part of this production squad. Her son is here, Andrew, doing the heavy lifting behind the laptops today, while husband and father Mike are down in Greensboro, North Carolina. Great take by Army there on that line out. Good maul right here. Great pressure from Army. And there it is. There's the first try, folks.
Yeah, it did not look like Arizona was expecting that. I think Army's been doing that plenty, the maul, especially from in that close. And that could be the captain coming out pretty fired up. We call him Mango, Elijah Mangas.
Well taken from the top of that, brought down, secured. The maul was on, and that was a good 10, 15-yard drive for that. And like you said, when you're in the 22, you've got the line out, particularly when you're closer to the 10, you're going to run that maul.
Yeah, one of the things the Army team was trying to work on this week, vigilance and decision-making. And I think all of the folks that were in that line out all knew what was happening, all working together. Just a great set piece from the Army team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, tough strike into the wind. You're seeing it right there, Nate.
Yeah,
That's
just sit up there.
white caps on the river, going to make it difficult. I think the attempt was by Army 10 Sanchez, if I'm correct. Gentleman trotting back here.
It is. Yeah, so we've seen a couple other folks take our kicks throughout the year. Howie Heller leading the team with 62 points.
Wow.
Most of which have been by way of conversions and penalty kicks.
Yeah, 2 and 3 at a time. That's a good score line. Ball is up. Army opts to let it roll through the dead ball zone.
Out the back. good way to get some territory right there.
That's it.
I don't know if we were rolling the camera during the national anthem, but as everybody was looking right, looking at the flag, obviously the flag is out completely horizontal, but then we're seeing scrum craps flying. We're seeing some of the cones going, the hit shields. It is a windy day, so to see a ball in the air, it's probably going to continue to bounce and roll.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that was the challenging part on Sanchez's kick, right? He had a great strike, looked like it was on target, and you see the wind stop it right in mid-flight.
Yeah, what are they doing with that maul? Maybe they should have centered that thing.
Shit. Shoot.
Looks like we had a little bit more error due to the wind. Came nice stable scrum, came out the back. Looked like we were trying to go to space, get it to bounce and roll, but ball up and out on the straight.
Thanks, Nate. Was having some technical difficulty there. Thanks for the cover. Oh, there we go. Okay. About 5 minutes in on the first half here at beautiful Shea Stadium today. Not playing on the normal compound as heavy weather has taken that out of play for today. That's Anderson Field, beautiful complex, rugby dedicated. Ball moving really well from Army here, Nate, all the way across the field. Big stick tackle from number 14, Morgan, Arizona. Army looking for that tight space. Good work off the ground there. Nice little pick and go for another 5 yards.
Yeah, all of this off the stolen line out.
Awesome. Ooh, good challenge on that kick there. Unfortunately, I think once again that wind kind of playing a little bit of monkey business with that ball.
Yeah, I like Luke Lenford's chances on that high ball. Just didn't get a full tap on it. Again, don't know if it's reading the wind or maybe it's the sun. Who knows today? Conditions not ideal. You pointed out Anderson Rugby Complex, Warrior Field, being closed today because we've got about 1.5 inches of rain earlier this week. So
Yeah, and I'm sure the team wants to keep that in proper order too, so probably a good decision. Beautiful, beautiful compound. Ball's up, lost, fireball off the back, recovered by Army. Looks like penalty's gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah, against Army.
So unfortunately, Army, all that work off the back of that errant line out is for naught. Unfortunately, this time around, Arizona looks to kick to touch here. That's a hell of a nice boot from that young man. As soon as we get him to turn his back on us, we'll get you a jersey number and a name. Boy, really put him up to a good position here. That was great. That was the number 10 right there. That was Gerstel. Once again, folks, if we're not pronouncing the names right, please drop it into the chat and we'll correct appropriately. Arizona line out just about between the 5 and 10. Well taken from Arizona. Trying them all. Looks like Army read that pretty well. Arizona not giving it up quite yet. They're getting that forward momentum.
Yeah, keep looking for that peel.
There it is. Oh, unlucky.
Wow.
Great ball. Lucky little trickle on that ball, running up to about the 50. Ball's back in the hands of Arizona, but it looks like we're going to have, it looks like it's called touch here at the 40, Army 40.
Yeah, it was close. It was wobbling on its side. You know, we wonder if the right side of the ball was in touch and the left side wasn't, or vice versa. I don't know. But coming back.
Well, that was a great sneaky little grubber coming out of there, out of all that chaos that was happening around the 10 to 15. It was well played.
Army back's not afraid to put it on the foot.
Ball not straight. Unfortunately.
Knock on it.
Oh, was it a knock?
I think they called it a knock.
Yeah, you're right.
But they are just getting thrown up into the air. You see both a front pod and a rear pod going up to challenge that. And again, the Army captain, Elijah Mangas, or Mango, going up. And He's gotten his hands on a couple so far.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with both set pieces from both sides, right? Like the scrummaging has been solid, good stable platform right there. The lineouts, like you said, are borderline gymnastics.
Well, the scrum will be right in front of us, so we'll get to see this stable platform. I watched Arizona run a ton of set piece, see their backline moves yesterday. We'll see what they've got up their sleeve.
Ball's in. Coming out of the A channel, ball's moving. Oh, moving through the hands. Well covered by the 12 right there. That's Champion.
Just like they drew it up, I'm sure. Looked like we had a pair of knocks going on out there, but we'll come back. It'll be Army ball. They're probably just trying to clear the ball, not trying to play in their half.
It's going to be a tough day for that with the knocks and the lineouts, of course, right? Because, like we've been saying, I mean, there's white caps on the Hudson today, folks. That'll tell you what kind of wind is whipping down the river right here today.
I also feel bad for all the cadets. They actually just finished up, but they were running their 2-mile test out on the road just in the background there. So they're probably getting a little wind aided going out and right in the face on the way back. That is Army life.
Great pack down right there, tabletop perfect. Coming out of that A channel, nice ball right there. Great little sneaky.
Shoulders through, quick ball.
Yeah, great recycle again. Big charging run from this young man again. Making the hard yards, getting that ball back securely. That was number 6, Norman. Oh, pardon me, number 6, the other side, Knight. Number 3, Rollins with the big carry in there. Tight head. Oh, unlucky for Army right there.
Yeah, I think a little miscommunication just with their pod that was out wide. Hey, who's getting the ball at any given time? Usually pretty consistent with that, but again, whether it's conditions or whatnot.
Not easy.
Yeah, we saw Joey Knight have that good run. I don't know if that ball went off of his hands, but what an absolute diamond we were able to find. Army, that is.
Yeah,
he's only been playing rugby for 2 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it by the way he's playing, man. That guy knows only head north. Nice carry from the 3 Rollins as well. Love seeing that forward work. Ciccarella's okay with what was going on there. That's Tyler in the yellow jersey. Oh, nice little handiwork right there from Arizona. Ball moving well across the field to the far side. Arizona's going to stay with the ball here. Great quick hands here going across. Got a big carry coming in here from Hobson. Dishes it off to the 6, Norman. Ooh, loose ball. Army's on it. Bit of a melee there. Pops out the back. Looks like coming off the feet, Nate, so it's going to go Arizona's way here. So for the folks at home, when you're going into the rucks, you got to maintain your own body weight, so you can't go in there diving errantly. You got to maintain your body weight, then you can challenge the ball if the ruck's not formed.
Yeah, I thought maybe the whistle blow was coming from that tackle. Obviously, Army was able to get real low on that initial take in, and I didn't know if there wasn't a wrap or they attempted the wrap, but Army was fortunate they didn't get called for that on a
yeah, for certain.
Potential.
Nice bullet of a line out there. Here comes the maul from Arizona. Army giving them what for, making it tough. Ball's peeling. Arizona putting the pressure on. Army holding fast. Ciccarella's still okay with where the ball is. Ball's out. Crunching run here from what looks like the 14. Just shy of the try, Nate. Oh, it looks like it was held up. Hey, Gene, did you get a look-see at that? Was that held up?
signaled a scrum to Army,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if there was a knock in there.
Yeah, it must have been.
Be fortunate for the men in black.
Hey, well, that's what good defense does, right? It forces that error finally. And it's like, you know, here Arizona had that momentum going off of that maul. They were moving it. Army stayed true on that, was able to then get them off. Ball comes out. Army scrapes that line across, puts the pressure on, and forces the penalty.
Definition of bend, don't break. You know.
There you go.
And we're talking Army tactics away from the rugby field. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to lure the enemy in. Then they think they've got a chance, and then we hammer them. So it looks like Army was able to do that.
Another good pack down right there. Solid 1 through 8s from both sides here. Ball out of the ball out of the A channel. Pardon me. Nice little step run right there. Army opting to drive it out as opposed to put it to the air, obviously because of the conditions today. Good hard work here from the forwards.
Yeah, 12 was on that first carry. Chance Loudback really got his shoulders through on a couple early carries, and on that one, able to keep his feet going and got some extra meters.
That Loudenback-Reed combo at 12 and 13 is pretty formidable, man.
We're doing all right. Jack Reed's another one that just picked up the game probably about 13, 14 months ago.
That's amazing. That's always amazing to me. Arizona on the front foot. If I'm not mistaken, that's Norman, number 6, with the big carry right there. Penalty. Not rolling away.
And I misspoke on Jack Reed. Jack Reed's actually quite the accomplished rugby player. He grew up playing the game in Ireland. So
Oh, is that right?
it was one of his fellow backs, Matt Leslie, just picked up the game.
Leslie's a homegrown product with us. He's a Morris guy.
Take him.
Yeah, his dad's right here, actually, sitting to the side of us. Mom and dad, I believe, and grandparents.
Yeah, interesting decision there by Arizona not to go for points. Yeah,
Agreed. Agreed.
the wind, while it's a little tough, has been consistent.
Nice work by Army to spoil that line out, too. Gonna run it out. Oh! Got the short arm out. Yeah, it's called the knock. Unfortunate. Nice work from Army there to spoil that line out, right? And to your point, if I were Arizona and if I were the coach, I'd be a little ticked off that we didn't go for points there.
Yeah, we saw Army get that ball. Looked like they had a little bit of a break. Maybe it was a little too much of a pass. You know, I mentioned earlier the vigilance in decision making. It can be as a squad, as we saw earlier in the line out, everybody's on the same sheet, or as an individual, right? And so as we're on that carry, looking to see that ball find hands a little bit easier.
Nate, like we've been saying, I gotta believe that this wind is wreaking some havoc even on the passing, right? It's like you get that gust and all of a sudden it's out of your hands.
Remember, one of my favorite phrases used to be sympathetic passing. Put the ball so somebody else can do something with it.
100%, 100%. Don't put the rocket in his chest, just put it in his hands. Nice little grab there from the 10 out of the air, Gerstel.
Positive grade tackle there, too. Woo.
Army reading that offense really well right there. There was a bit of a nice step right there from the white jersey Army. 2 guys on the tackle. Not going anywhere.
Another knock, another turnover.
Ball's going to the black jersey. Little pick and go, red well off the back of that rug by Arizona. Army taking their time. Look at that ball just getting.
Sit up.
Good Lord.
Oh!
Oh, great hands. Gerstel. Oh, fantastic work in the backfield from the Black Knights. Gerstel on the runaway, taken down on the far side, just north of the 5. Nate, Army D's in fuego today.
Yeah, what did happen there? Looks like they just let the ball hit the ground, and Arizona caught a lucky bounce, and wow, that's why we chased those kicks.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I tell you what, Gerstel in the white jersey, number 10, He's done some great work with the hands over here. He popped that one out of the air, bit of a hospital pass, didn't flinch, took it, and then once again here bobbles it into his hands and makes the run for it.
And he's one of the names you don't see pop up on Arizona's box score all the time, you know, with all the tries and all the scores.
Right.
But absolutely a great distributor, making other people around him better.
Yeah, just doing the unsung work and doing it with pride.
It's a good fly half, good playmaker.
Yeah. Scrum down far side, just about the 10 in Army territory. Arizona put in. Once again out of the A channel. Arizona looking to move that ball, but Army defense like a brick wall there. Big stick right there. Once again, trying to work that pick and go off the back. I think we might have to change that tactic because that Army defense is reading it pretty good. But Arizona could also be looking to suck everybody in and create that space on the outside that they need. You see 14 here, Morgan poised, ready.
Yeah, I would think they're wanting to get the ball into Morgan's hands. National Player of the Week last week in their victory over BYU. Yep, see
there it is. Nate, you called it, man. Soothsayer.
Or if I'm wearing the Army hat, that's the curse of the announcer. Oh, man. Yeah, but you were speaking to the space, sucking them in with all the inside traffic, and you saw Morgan out there just preserving that space, giving the offense a chance. Then we saw the nice long pass out to him. He's able to do some work like any good wing and use that space to his benefit.
100%. And you know what I love about the evolution of the game, too, is like I've heard this quote recently that the only difference between backs and forwards now is the set piece. Like no longer are the days of the slight 11 and 14 and 15, right? The somewhat undersized guys, right? You've got some big fellas out there putting some big runs. Behringer, vice captain with the attempt. Respect the kicker.
You know, that's kind of what we get. You know, you get some folks out here that aren't always used to watching some rugby games and coming from another sport. You know, maybe they're making noise for the person shooting free throws or trying to get loud for a college or NFL defense or kicker.
That's right.
It's a little different.
Yeah, there's no terrible towels on the kickers here in rugby. Although in the French league, they don't seem to care. Sanchez with the kicking duties. Nice high ball right there. Lots of hang time. Dumped forward. Army's there to retrieve.
Backwards.
Oh.
All right. Playing the advantage. Fortunate for Army. Nothing good was happening there.
Back to the first knock.
And I was surprised Sanchez was able to get as much on that kick as he was, and maybe Arizona was caught by surprise as well.
Yeah, there was great hang time on that kick. Probably a little bit, helped out by the current weather conditions, right? But that gave Army that time to get up there and really get in the face.
And it got about 30 meters down the pitch. So
yeah. Army put in just inside Arizona 22. Dangerous spot for Arizona. Nice little 8-man pick off the back. Oh, scrambling run from Liskey, it appears. Taken down just south of the 10. Looking real threatening here, the black jersey. Army moving the ball well. Scrambling defense from Arizona, giving them what for. It's a good series of play down here, Nate.
Yeah, Lucy's got it started. Looks like some backs have gotten into it. Back in with the forwards, little pick and jam.
Right there, a little pick and go off the back, those hard yards coming out. Great defensive work from the white jersey here. You got that charging runner taking on the ball carrier, and everybody else staying ready, stepping up. Army piling on the pressure. Nate, this might be the opportunity to start to swing it here.
Yeah, you see Luke Lenford getting all that space out to the
Yeah.
out to
Yeah,
the left
he's itching
side.
for it.
And we are playing the goal line, so that with the American football markings,
Great hands right there.
the goal line is also the try line.
Solid work on both sides of the ball here. Maintaining that composure with the ball and then scraping that D and getting in the face. Fantastic work.
Yeah, we got to be sitting at 10-plus phases easily right now.
Easy peasy. Army, big move right there. And the hand goes up, Nate. 5 for Army, right in front of the posts. Well done, guys.
Looks to be one of the front rowers. Oh, and it's Bott. Our big number 1, Jacob Botterini out of Illinois. You see him with the headgear on there, or the spectacles. He recently got LASIK surgery. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, don't want to get any of these turf beads into his eyes.
Hard work from that young man right there. Well, actually, he'll get the glory for the hard work at the end, but that was multiple phases, double digits right there, as you said, Nate. Really nice work from Army. Give a little credit to the white jersey. They made it a tough score. But in the end of the day, Army walks away with 5 and with a kick attempt right in front of the post, which is super important today.
Yeah, can't say enough about the defense on both ends. We've seen a couple goal line stands, and even if it does end up in the score with the other team, you make them earn it, and then you got to think about it the next time. So
Absolutely. So time on the field, folks. I apologize. We're remiss that we haven't helped you out with this. We're just under 10 minutes to play in the first half. Army ahead by 12 to 7 over Arizona, just closing in on the second quarter of the first half.
yeah, could have probably talked about some of the line markings at the top of the broadcast, but the red lines are the touch lines on the side. The goal lines correspond to each other, and then the 25-yard line is approximately the 22 as that kick goes straight out.
I think we're starting to get a little, oh, just as I was about to say it, reprieve on the wind. Well, we just got a little over 8 minutes to play. Both these sides will be looking forward to that 10-minute respite to catch their breath. It's been an exciting first 32 minutes here, and I don't suspect that the second half will do any less. Nice ball off the back right there from Heller again.
Great work by the wing to jam that back into play, not get taken out.
I tell you what, that black jersey 9-10 combo is pretty formidable. There is no time wasted getting to the back of those breakdowns.
They're young, too. Both of them are what we call our yearlings. Oh, as Army blocks a kick. Yeah, both of them are sophomores. Actually, most of the backs, all but Nate Gould at the 15 jersey, all of them are yearlings or sophomores.
Wow, that's amazing. Bodes well for the future here. Nice work here, far side. Army staying in control. Nice little stepper of a run right there into the contact. Nice carry right there. Taking players with him. Army keeping a cool head, ball in hand, driving it into contact, getting those 5-7 yards hard every time. Arizona looking for the block, almost there. Big hang time on that ball. Good contest from both sides.
Thought we would see the bat, but somebody came down with that.
Oh, it looks like it's going the other way, Nate.
Yep. No, the white jerseys came down with it, but just snatched it out of the sky. It was pretty impressive.
Absolutely. Well contested both sides, went to the white jersey, turned back over to the black jersey.
Yeah, there's Noah Sanchez. He's squirrely.
Yeah, he's got some step. A little bit of a basketball pass to get it out of the traffic. Army staying with the ball. That's am I pronouncing that right? Mange?
We call him Mango. Just
Mango.
to keep it easy, but Mangas, yeah.
It'll be Mango then. Mango with a great carry there. Arizona in the mix here, holding on. Big work from the hooker, Wagner, right there. That's the kind of work you want to see out of that 2 jersey.
He got a couple of tries last week, rewarded for his hard work.
8 on the carry, Liskey. Nice little pick off the back right there by Heller. 9 ups to take it in. Working that weak side right there. That was, in fact, Loudenbach running that ball up the weak side, keeping it in. Nice recycle there. Little chipper going up the field. Does he get the bounce? He does! Oh, fantastic work from the black jersey, folks.
Impressive. As you hear the music play and the crowd cheering, everybody was holding their breath, seeing that kick go through. Arizona had 2 folks back, but that ball was able to pop up just enough. Who did you see come down with that? Was that Loudenbach able to get that try?
It's fantastic. Who got the try?
Yeah, that's what I was at.
Gene, we get a number on that try? No, unfortunately.
It did look like it was the center. You know, we were talking earlier about like all the players, you know, similar physique. You know, they're all these just big guys. You know, and you have your front rowers. You can't mistake them because their quads and hamstrings bulging out. But okay, so 13, Jack Reed, not a surprise either. But all these guys that look super similar, from the loosies out to the centers, out to the wings.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I spend so much time with the team in black, and I still have trouble figuring out who they are.
It's good for the extra 2. That's going to make it 19-7 nearing the half here, Nate. And, I mean, listen, that's champagne rugby right there, right? That little chip kick, the bounce works in his favor, lands in Reed's hands, little outside step, and drops it in for 5.
Absolutely executed well. Back yourself if you're going to take that chance and not keep the ball in hand. You know, at about, I think they were right at about the 22-meter line. But if you're gonna put that ball on the foot, come back up with it. That was well done.
100%. That's a tough thing to defend too for Arizona. No, you know, just the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Army receives that kick, elected not to put somebody in the air, but still fielded it cleanly and attacking with ball in hand.
Army taking their time right there. That's reading the clock well right there, Nate. They're going to burn a little bit here and there and try to get into the half with a handsome lead.
See the hair go flying on that tackle.
Arms out for Arizona.
Looked to be from the side.
Oh, my goodness. Snapped it out of the air.
Yeah, a lot of bodies between us and that penalty, but seeing black jerseys on the backside of that ruck, you knew something was going to be called by the referee.
Fair call, yeah. Nice little boot from the white jersey there. Finds touch easily just north of Army 22 with about 2 minutes to play. Now with 2 minutes to play, if I'm Army, I'm heads up and head on a swivel because I wouldn't be counting Arizona out looking for 5 points just before the close of the half.
Yeah, and if I'm Arizona, I'm doing nice conservative movement, keeping the ball in hand. I don't need to score right this second. Heck, I can take 5 minutes if I just keep good care of the ball.
There you go. Yeah, ball in hand. Oh, wind once again, a big piece of that. It's going to go Army's way.
That thing looked like a curveball.
Nice little boot off the back of that breakdown right there. Well fielded by Arizona to play it back. Good heads-up play to get that loose ball in control. And Arizona really hammering those rucks right now. You can see that they want that score before the half. Ball's out of hand, but it's a good kick, but it's well covered right there by Sanchez. Sneaky runner. Boy, is he tough. Secure with the ball, right back to his pal in the 1 jersey right there. Bottarini.
Bot. So we try to make it easy for us.
Bot it is.
It's called Bot.
Mango
right?
and Bot. I love it. Army still with the ball here. Crossing the 50.
Yeah, I did look up Sanchez's stats. Like he's listed at 165, so I don't know how he's getting through some of these.
That's a fit 165.
Yeah, Noah comes to us, comes to Army very experienced. Played for 4 years. I think he's out of Sacramento, California.
Okay.
But played for 4 years out there in addition to other sports. So, like so many that we see come to the game of rugby, just the athletic background and other stuff enables you to do so many different things out on the field.
Man, and if you can put that rugby IQ in the athletic body, it's like, boy, do you have a gem, right?
Yeah.
It's like it just lifts the whole team.
And
Everybody's
Arizona,
learning curve goes up.
And Arizona looking to do that too right here, with what they can do with this line out at about the 10 meters.
Oh, a lot of motion in that line out, but all for naught. All right. Good time management on the field by Army there to kick it out and end the first half. Nate, Army ahead 19-7 over Arizona at the moment. I don't think the scoreline belies the effort that Arizona's been putting out there, but let's give the folks their due in the black jersey for working a great hard half there on the front foot.
Absolutely. I think they took advantage, Army did, of a lot of turnover ball, right? So I think the line out, Arizona has gotten a lot of line out ball, but there's been a lot of turnovers at that line out.
Yeah, and Army has capitalized.
I don't have the stats in front of me. Usually I do keep stats for the Army side during the game to be able to spit them out at halftime, but I think relatively even on the penalties, relatively even on the infractions. It's just probably the key to that has been the turnover ball.
Couldn't agree more. You know, that line out, and you and I were both talking to Tyler Ciccarella in the yellow jersey separately, and the one thing that he mentioned to me today, and I couldn't agree more, he's like, lineouts are going to be tough. Lineouts are going to be real tough.
Now, you think that's going to flip in the second half as we switch the win side, or do you think that Arizona just isn't used to it? Because I was talking to Arizona yesterday. They're coming from 80 degrees and sunny in Tucson.
Oh man!
And now they're out here with all this crazy wind at 40 degrees.
That stinks. But hey, that's the way it goes in the United States. I mean, you can be in 100-degree weather or 20 below. You know.
One of the quotes I got from Arizona's coach Sean Duffy, he said something to the effect of, "We did our best to host Army last year in the sunshine because the Army team did go out there during their spring break, and it was gorgeous, right? So we're returning the favor, but just with the standard New York or New England style weather."
Right. Winter going out hard. Well, I tell you what, folks, we're just in about a minute and a half into the 10-minute halftime. Nate, let's take a break, and we'll come back with live action second half here at Shea Stadium here at the United States Military Academy at West Point, where the West Point Black Knights are facing off against the University of Arizona Wildcats. Right now, Army's in the lead at 19 over Arizona at 7. Any parting words before we take a quick break?
Yeah, sounds like it's coffee time.
Sounds good to me. Hey, folks. We good to go, Andrew? Okay. Hey, we're back with second half action right here. We had a little bit of some conversation going on here. Stefali Prandi with RPS Productions, joined here by my friend Colonel Nate Conkey, who's on the other mic today. And we're already into the action. Second half, 19 Army over Arizona 7 right now, starting the second half. Ball just kicked into touch, taking pressure off from the Army attack.
Yeah, Army got a great kick off the start. You know, we saw the one Arizona kick go out the back. Army got theirs just to die right there on the goal line. So forcing Arizona to field it, set a phase or two to set platform and get the kick, but not as much as they wanted.
Absolutely. Hey, just like you were talking about, playing that line out a little tighter in the second half here. Army with a good take.
Short arm out.
Guess not straight. Thanks, brother. I got some choice words for you, Caulfield. We'll wait till the mics are off. Great kick right there. Oh, nice little footwork. Great thinking right there from, I believe, it looks like.
That was Howie. Our number 9. So okay. Howie Heller.
So great heads-up play to take that ball down right there, right, with his feet, and then control it, and then get it right into the hands. Good little skip pass right there. Army on the attack right here. Number 14, Leslie. Homegrown product from the Morris program. Jim, his dad, here today as well. Good ball carry here from Army. Great little work right there on the poach, the attempted poach right there from the white jersey. Unfortunately, all for naught. But you saw the hands go up, supporting his own body weight, and then went in for the kill.
Straight out.
Nate, I thought it was a pretty tense first half, but I feel like it's been ratcheted up in the second half from both sides. Like, they came out guns a-blazing.
Yeah, you know, I tried to cue it up with both teams talking about they were going to come out swinging at the beginning of the game, and it slowly got into it.
Yeah.
But here, both coaches must have had something to say at halftime, or captains on the intensity.
Man, good ball off that line out right there. A little errant, but it did go down the channel straight, right, which is tough to do today, so he put some mustard on it. Ball's going to go to Army. Army working it off the back there. Nice little play right here into the backfield. Ball moving really well through Army hands. Great little fend off there. Dish pass. Oh, great little heads-up play. Isolated runner, far side. He's able to basketball pass it off the ground into the hands. Army's able to maintain possession. Hot work there, Nate.
Yeah, all set up. It looked like Dakota Wagner on the back of that line out for Army was able to come away with that ball.
Army tenacious in the offensive rucks.
Well, the shoulders through, you see most of their tackles, they're able to get the shoulders through, and that's just enabling folks to come in, support. Arizona's got to be on their heels to get back and really sets up Army for
Absolutely. Ooh, almost a little cherry pick right there from Arizona. Listen, folks, do not count this white jersey out. They're keeping the pressure on. That defensive line is sturdy, and then you see moments like that. You got to keep an eye out. Yeah. They're going to make it difficult.
Last week, Arizona was chasing 10 points to BYU at half. I think they were down 15-5. You know, 10-12, hardly a difference. So them being down 12 points here at Army, not going away.
Yeah, and BYU is no pushover program. You know, perennial powerhouse, right?
I know when I first saw the results, I got my eyes open wide.
Right.
Not that I thought Arizona would be a pushover or anything else, but they're certainly coming to fight. Was talking with one of their assistant coaches yesterday. We're talking about the relative parity, and we think of parity as a bad word, but it's really not. So when we're looking at rugby on the national stage, collegiate nationals, you know, anybody can win on any given weekend. That's exciting stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. That does keep it exciting throughout the season. You're absolutely right. Once again, nice ball work here. Oh, nice little slicing run right here. Army on the front foot. Great pass to the outside. Tight work here.
Sets it down.
Holy cow, Nate.
That just exploded right out in front of us.
I mean, we're just having a nice chat here, and all of a sudden Army starts putting the afterburners on. Ball moves really well through the backfield hands. They're opening up the space. Arizona's scraping that defense, marking those men. All for naught, unfortunately, as they get that last pass off and that diving score right there from the gentleman who just got the water. I think that's the
was
13.
Leslie. That's your New Jersey boy.
Nice.
Rockaway, New Jersey.
Nice. Shout out, Jim.
That's been an area of emphasis, too, with this Army squad. Thought that they were stale at different points throughout the last couple years with their backline moves. Have really used the youth movement. I've talked about it a couple times already.
Yeah.
Like, all of them are sophomores, except for Nate Gould, which is kind of, the mature gentleman in the 15 jersey. But, man, to see that ball come rocketing through the hands, sucks the defense in, leaves him out wide, and then he dots it down. Well done.
I'm telling you. Oh, and all done on the front foot. No flat-footed passes there. Everybody's on the move at a full gallop. I mean, that's the way to keep the pressure on.
Don't know if I've ever seen this one before. Yes, hide your eyes. I think Joey Knight's down there holding on to it.
Heller gives it a good strike from a hard position against the wind, too, with the wind coming at him. Unfortunately, they don't convert for the 2 points, but Army puts another 5 on the board for 24-7 over Arizona right here in about the first 10 minutes of the second half. Blustery day out here at your nation's military academy here, the United States Military Academy here at West Point, New York. Not an easy day to be playing rugby out there. Blue skies, wonderful stuff, but there's a pretty stiff wind coming across the field today.
Have to expect a kick here soon, right? Use the elements to your advantage.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Just as I say that, Nate Gould grabs it, says, I want to go.
It looks like it wasn't a bad decision there, though, Nate.
Still working in their half, still
Yeah.
probably want to get it out of there, but
he may have read this backfield pretty well. It's pretty well covered by white jerseys. Not a lot of green space to put that ball in, right? So I'm sure he was thinking what you were thinking. Then he looks up and sees these 3 confident athletes, says, you know what, I better run it.
yeah, Arizona's got a great diverse group of folks out here. Again, working and seeing the team yesterday, they have folks from all over the states.
Oh! Army cherry pick. Oh, it's going to get called back. Okay, so the knock was called in favor on the far side, just inside the Arizona 50. That was a welcome break for the white jersey right there because that young man was off to the races. Ciccarella calls it back for the knock. Fair call.
Yeah, as we see the white jerseys spread out, I was talking about how they come from a spread out population, right? All across the states, California they draw heavily from, a couple local Tucson boys, but Carolinas, Atlanta, the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia
No
area,
kidding.
Colorado, and then internationally too. They've got folks from South Africa, the UK, France, Canada, so all over.
Gene Caulfield was making that assumption earlier. He goes, he's like, of course, I suspect that Army's going to be the predominance, if not all, homegrown American boys, but there will be some foreign players on the other sides there because rugby's becoming attractive at the collegiate level in the United States, and that's a good thing. Ooh, yeah, okay.
See the dueling American flag scrum caps out there.
Cooler heads did prevail right there. There was a bit of what looked like a bit of an rear end over tea kettle tackle right there, but it was mitigated. Tempers can get a little flared there. You're always watching out for your teammate. Four. Okay. So thanks to Gene Caulfield behind one of the cameras, we're understanding that Murill 1 prop is going to get subbed out. We'll get a jersey number in a second, and by also following his colleague Norman in the 6 jersey. So we'll get you updates on that quickly. So nice work from both those young men, Norman in the 6 jersey, Murill in the 1 jersey. They certainly had a hell of a good first half in the beginning of the second half. Hats off to you, boys.
Yeah, it looks like I see Shaman McCarthy, the 18 out there.
McCarthy, okay.
Yeah, he's one of their veterans. See him right in the middle of this next line out.
Oh, wow, another Army take right there. I tell you what, Nate, your boys are tough in that line out today.
You know, they're out early before practice and they're out afterwards too, just drilling and drilling and drilling, and it's paying off today. So certainly not out of the woods yet.
Oh.
Calling the knock. I thought it went backwards, but
Could be our vantage point as well, but you can hear the wind picking up out here, folks. This will give you an idea of the challenge that it poses for both sides today. It takes some of the technical aspect out of the game. It certainly, mitigates the amount of kicking that will be done, and obviously the lineouts, getting that straight ball down the channel, super difficult.
yeah, it looks like our other substitute coming in for Arizona, Henry Langrish, number 20. Looks like he'd be in at flanker for Troy Norman.
Okay, that's the 6 and the 1. So we've got McCarthy at 1 and Langrish at 6 in the white jersey. And those guys, the respective numbers were 18 for McCarthy and 20 for Langrish.
That's what I see.
Ball coming out of the A channel again, really working it off that side right there. Great run from the 11 right there. Schumacher. He's stopped by an Army wall of black jerseys right there, but boy, was he at pace. Man, if he found a soft shoulder there, it was off to the races. Nice little dish pass from the 7 to the 8, Demasa to Kemp. Read well again by the black jersey.
Wondering what's the call there.
It looks like high tackle. Is that pot? It looked like he was coming on the shoulder. Gene, can you confirm? High tackle? Nate, high tackle.
Yeah. Look like they're holding him up, clearly learned their lesson from about 2 minutes ago in this dump tackle on the near side.
Looks like Army having a quick word with Tyler Ciccarella in the yellow jersey, or sir.
Yeah, meanwhile, also seeing what looks to be Jack Reed getting a little bit of medical attention, maybe just a bloody nose. Looks simple. He's down on a knee at about the 30, 35.
Yeah, I'm really liking the tempo of the second half, Nate. Really, it's been ratcheted up a gear or two. And to that being said, actually, it can actually probably be brought down a scotch just to maintain that possession, right? And take that panic out of the pass, and we'll start to see rugby being played at a blistering pace.
Really got to lean on your veterans in this case, So we mentioned Army's lineup being pretty youthful, right? But they do have Nate Gould in the back line as a first-year senior, and the captain Mango from the 7 jersey, probably keeping them calm. And one thing that was pointed out for Arizona is a lot of their substitutes coming onto the game are going to be veteran present. So folks that know what they're doing can play both the tactical game on the field, but also be in the right headspace to keep things calm when necessary.
Listen, that's what they're at the professional level. They're calling the finishers, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about these guys who have that rugby head, and they're going to give you that 30, 20 minutes of just craziness out there, and they're going to bring that knowledge to the game as well.
Sign me up. I know if I've got a jersey on, that's the impact I like to have. And speaking of finishers, we see, looks like Luke South, number 23, coming on for Army to come replace Jack Reed in the 13 jersey.
So I'm sorry to see Jack Reed come off. He's been a pretty lightning player out there today, making some things happen, but certainly happy for the young man South coming in to fill that spot at the 13.
And good to see another firstie out there too, right? We had our senior day, Army did, and so Luke had his parents out, Barb and Jay, in from Iowa to see him being recognized on the field before the game. And so good to see Luke getting some playing time here. He's as all of our seniors have recently gotten their post allocations or where they're going to be traveling to.
Yeah.
Once they get into the Army, Luke is going to be headed to Germany. He's an infantry officer. And so there's a couple other folks going to all sorts of different tropical locations. Mango's going to Hawaii. Nate
I heard
Gould,
a couple of Hawaiis there.
Yes.
I said, these guys, I don't know how they pulled that ticket, but
Hey, it's hard work gets
Yeah.
you into that lineup. Looked like they caught that one on their right shoulder, but maybe he deemed it went in straight and just blew over there.
good little maul work here from the white jersey, putting the pressure on the black jersey right where it should be in that 22 far side. Ball's moving out. Army read it well. Ball's going to stay with White, and that's number 12 right there. That's Champion. Champion doing the work by himself off the back of that maul. Super hard work, breaking tackles, runs into a wall of black jerseys, spins out of it, jumps through, and puts it down for 5. Bringing some life back into the scoreboard here for the Arizona side.
Yeah, keeping this in action. Just as soon as we start to get into story time, they're like, hey, the story is on the field.
Great point. Great point. All right, so bringing the score up here, 24-12 with the kick to come. Nice work there from Champion again to dot it down right in front of the posts, or nearly right in front of the post, making the kick a hell of a lot easier for his colleague right here.
Yeah, Champion, one of the international players from Arizona. I think he's out of Canada, so maybe that's why he got that score. He's like, this isn't cold. This isn't windy.
Right. Aren't we in summer? And it's up and it's good, putting 2 extra points on the board there for Arizona. So we've got a game in the second half, 24-14. Army still with a controlling lead of at least 2 scores. But Arizona saying, we're not going to give it up that easy, fellas.
Yeah, and we saw Arizona start to put on their finishers a little bit earlier than Army did, but that I am sure will have some part of this story to tell.
100%. Nice, good deep ball right there. Well fielded in the back right there. Gonna tennis ball it
Heads
back,
up.
coming right at us. Hey, great catch in the stands right there. Get that man a jersey. So if you're watching at home, I mean, you can see, I hate to sound like a broken record, but you can see the impact of that wind, right? Just spiraling and just carrying that ball in a completely different direction. Good motion in the line out. Well taken by Army. Maul just at the 35. Quick ball out. 1 carry by Borderini or Boda. Nice little work from Army here. Going deep right there. Great little spin pass to the outside. 14 steps it in. Leslie secures the ball. Army moving it forward again. Great charging run right here. Breaking tackles. Carrying. Army, quick little pop pass. There it was, Nate, that sympathetic pass you were talking about, right into the hands. Army, solid front foot here. Great work right here, working together, driving that player forward. Rolling ball.
Yeah, and there's a sub we missed. That was Gabe Savage on that carry, it looked like. So Gabe, I think, is wearing the 18 jersey today.
Okay.
But coming into the front row.
So I'll circle Savage here, and that's correct, the 18 jersey. So, hey, that was an amazing series of play from the black jersey. Stalwart defense again from White to turn it over right there, just north of their 10. Nice work from the white jersey. Army was firmly on the front foot.
Maybe that was a blood sub, so it looks like Luke South coming back out, Jack Reed back in.
Okay.
I always appreciated playing that, getting that a couple minutes off. Right?
It ain't bad.
Yeah, I'm bleeding. You got to bring me out for a couple minutes. Catch a deep breath.
I always appreciated the ruck inspecting every once in a while.
Yes. And haven't had a lot of chance to take some deep breaths. This has been a very active game.
Absolutely.
You know, our referees gotten us in and out of these scrums quite quickly. Both have been providing stable platform. It's been fun to watch.
Tyler Ciccarella is one of 3 brothers of the Ciccarella family, and he's one of our boys from the Morris County area. Played through high school and then picked up refereeing while he was doing it as well. And if I'm not mistaken, he's in the Pathways program for ref.
Sign him up.
Great family, super nice guy. His brothers as well. The mom, champ.
And just as I said, I think we've got our first scrum reset of the game. So coming off from Army was Charlie Rollins. We mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
Comes from a military family. His dad was in the Air Force. Actually, was an Air Force Academy graduate. and his parents, Joe and Elise, out to support him from Florida today. Mentioned some of the other firsties and where they're going. He's going to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home of the 101st. I spent a bunch of time there myself. Yeah, here we go. And so looking forward to what he's going to do as a field artillery officer.
Oh, nice little snap ball right there into the hands of the 22, Miali. Great little front foot work, working it out of the 22 on the feet. Little breaking run right here, chip pass, kick, chip kick, and it's well fielded, calls mark.
Wow, good coverage. I think that was Nick Morgan again, out on the wing from Arizona. You know, had a couple of tries last week against BYU. Mentioned he was the National Player of the Week.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Thought he had that break there. Interesting coverage, too, by Army, right? You know, the fullback was already coming over.
100%. Read that ball well.
I don't know if they picked that up from film or, you know, just what they like to see. Here comes another substitute for Army. Two of them.
20 and 22 are coming in, and I've got that would be South again, if I'm not mistaken, correct? And Anderson in the 20 jersey?
I think we got to work on our counting. I don't know, because that's not South. I think that was Gamboa, and I'll check him out here in a minute.
I had Gamboa at 21, but we'll figure it out. I should be able to recognize Gamboa as I saw him come through the flag program locally, play through the high school.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the remaining substitutes to see if he did get out there or not. But usually Isaac will come in at the scrum half position. But I see Howie's still out there too. So maybe they slid Howie out because it looks like Luke Lenford's come off from Army.
Little dummy pass right there, well read by Army, brought down at the 45. Arizona staying with the ball. Nice little work here, two-man run. Good support work. Nice ruck work right there. Oh, good heads-up play from the 9 right there. That was Hall. Ball moving well here. Great pressure from Army right up in the face. Oh, nice little dish there from 15 to 13. That was Behringer to King. Great.
These Arizona subs are getting that ball through the line quick, had something to work with.
Nate, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
You see all these high-number jerseys, and they're doing work out here. I think Arizona got a little unlucky on what looked to be a forward pass called, or, oh no, maybe touch.
Yeah, flag is up. It looked close, and I was just about to remark how impressive it is to kind of have that understanding of where you are in the field. You know, working that ball tight like that, you really need to have that presence of mind.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more of a narrow field, right, playing on this football pitch. You know, if we were over at Anderson, it'd be a good 70 meters wide. He'd be able to feel all that out.
Yeah.
But working the narrow pitch is a little tough.
It certainly is, in particular when you have athletes like this who really thrive in that space. But, hey, beats the hell out of playing at Randall's Island.
Arizona took that ball a little quick, and now they're playing.
I tell you what, it's quick. Arizona, good under pressure right here because Army's putting some good pressure in that black jersey on that defense. And Arizona's just steady Eddie.
Oh,
penalty
man.
Going their way.
Getting
Not
caught in
rolling
that,
away.
not rolling. And saw hands up, trying to get out, just wasn't able to. That was bot number 1.
And they trapped him in there, right? That's great work from the white jersey. Like, make it difficult for him to get out and draw the penalty.
Is it, though?
I like a little dark arts.
Cheeky. Cheeky.
Dark arts, Nate.
Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, it looks like Jack Reed may be down on that far side. He was who we talked about in the blood sub here a few minutes ago, but looks to be lower body. So
okay.
Hopefully trainers take care of him. You know, it looks like he's off the pitch, but I didn't get a chance to talk much. Dakota Wagner was wearing the number 2 jersey today. Just want to talk about that because at halftime we honored the number 2 jersey, and it's recently been a gift or endowed to the program. So Jimmy Gerbitz, who graduated the class of 2002, his classmates they came back this weekend, and like I said, they wanted to give back to the program. So they put Jimmy Gerbitz's name on the jersey, and they gifted it to the family. Jimmy Gerbitz was killed in action in 2005 over in Iraq. And to see the support from the family, from his classmates, to and through the program. Really awesome to see. And, we do our jersey ceremony, our jersey presentation ceremony, really moving last night as his classmates were able to talk. Jimmy's classmates were able to talk on his behalf as that number 2 jersey was then presented to Dakota Wagner to wear today out on the field. And
Amazing.
while he didn't score, he scored 2 tries last week. He didn't score this week. He was at the middle of a lot of that stuff. We were talking about the heavy runs inside, taking multiple phases.
Absolutely.
He was on the back of the line out catching ball. So Dakota Wagner absolutely doing that jersey proud. And the class of 2002 should be proud, as well as Jimmy Gervitz's family.
Nate, I think every time that I've called a game here, there isn't a time where there isn't a moving story, like a moving tribute like that. And I think it speaks to, the weight that it carries to be a member here, a graduate.
Yeah, no, thanks for saying that, Steph. We take great pride in the folks that have come through the Army rugby program. It's hard. I mean, the sport of rugby is just hard, right?
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart. And then you combine that with with all the other challenges you get to experience as a cadet and then out in the Army, and I think it really makes a really special person.
Here. Nice line-out ball here from the white jersey, well controlled, good off the back there from the 7, Damasa.
Looked like Arizona taking advantage of the new line-out law. Army did not challenge, so no threat of that ball not going in straight.
Arizona moving the ball well here. There's that first pod walking in, 3 and 4, supported by 20. 3 and 4 would have been Slaughter Hobson working together with 20 Langrish. And we also had another substitute come in here. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention number 23 in the white jersey, Gonzalez, in the near field camera here. Oh, big sticking tackle on the 16 right there. Grandwick Light going in and getting 4 from the black jersey. Solid run right there, well covered.
Double tackles left and right for the men in black.
All day long.
There's another example.
All day long. Look at this fighter. 16 again, Grandwick Light, like you said, the high numbers coming on and making impact. Great little heads-up work there from the white jersey, being able to hold on to it. Looks like the short arm is out. We'll find out from Ciccarella shortly. Ball moving well here. Oh, so well read from number 12, Loudenback right there. Man, he telegraphed that. Loudenback was like, not today.
Going to come back playing advantage. Army able to get back and reset. We'll see what Arizona does. Getting a little bit more out of their lineup recently. That's what they're going to go back to. Yeah, we see Gonzalez. You mentioned him a minute ago. Just another one of the veterans that's coming on for this Arizona team. He hasn't gotten the ball in hand yet, but did get involved in that last ruck where they were able to pick up that penalty.
Yeah, there's just keeping the tempo high into the latter part of the second half here. Folks, if you're watching at home, we're at 16 minutes and counting, just about to break into the 15 mark. Score right now is Army 24, Arizona Wildcats 14. It's been a hell of a great 2 halves right now. We still have 15 minutes of solid rugby in front of us, and like Nate and I have been saying, as the substitutes start coming on, the tempo starts to pick up and up and up, so more excitement to come for sure.
And another one too, Tariq Adams gets a brand new sub who came on for Dakota Wagner, number 2, but Tariq picking up that miss hit off the line out, and Army goes to touch.
That kick right there tells you the kind of pressure that the white jersey's putting on, right? Army did just, let's get them out of the 22 for the time being. Catch our breath, regroup. Good long ball.
Tariq Adams, ball in hand.
Holy cow, oh my goodness.
Running back, look at this guy out of California. Put that ball in his hand, and he's going to do something with it.
More great work. Oh, finds the green space. What
50,
a great
22.
kick.
Not quite.
Unfortunate. Great idea. Saw the green space. Just a little bit of wind carry there. Would have left it alone.
That
would have been perfect.
Would have been Army ball, too.
Absolutely.
Kick, it looked like it took off from what would have been the 10-meter line on a rugby field, 40-yard line on the football field we're playing on.
Man, I'm always impressed by the backfield play when you read a field that well. It's like to do it under the, the constant pressure that you're on, and you still have the presence of mind to read the field.
Space, reading
Impressive.
space. You and I were talking about different sports, lacrosse, basketball, soccer. Right? It doesn't matter what the game is. If you can read space, you could be successful generally.
100%, Nate. Great little maul here. Great little play off that line out right here. It looks like Army's going to stall it right there.
And Arizona's smart to go short there. Right? I'm surprised it took them this long.
Oh, they still got the momentum. Tyler's going to let it go right there.
Rolling.
Army scrambling in that backfield to get that cover. Ciccarella, eyes on it. Nice ball out right there to the 13. 13 looking for contact. King takes it in. Well recycled off the back by 21 Smith. 21 Smith taking the 9 duties right there. Ball into the hands of number 19, Jaff. 21 with a terrific carry there. Smith in the 21 jersey. Solid work from the white jersey here on the front foot. Number 5, big hard stop right there on Breslin. Breslin takes it to the ground. Little tip back, and Army's going to take control of the ball right there. Unfortunate for Arizona off the back of the work. I tell you what I like, Nate, too. I like that sub in the 21 jersey for the 9 spot right there. The young man name is Smith in the white jersey. He's doing some great work.
I think all their finishers got some time last week against BYU. Quick to the bench as well in this second half.
Absolutely.
Heck, not even quick. Gosh, we're 12 minutes left in the game, so 28 minutes in. But it's felt quick.
For certain. I think it's just the pace of the game, Nate. They're making it exciting, and time flies when you're having fun.
Anytime on a rugby pitch is fun.
That's the truth.
Saw the arm out from our referee. It looked like it was to Army, and yep, sure enough, it'll be their line out on about the 30 over there.
Army, great take right there. Really solid.
Again, not contested by Arizona, so they didn't even have to worry about throwing it in straight. Went to the left shoulder of the black jerseys.
I guess it's kind of a wise idea, right? Prepare for it to come down. Get ready. Don't waste the jump. Get right into it. And playing the tactics of the day, right?
Yeah, or would you want to challenge it in this case, seeing how much, in Arizona's case, they were having difficulties in the first half. Maybe
True.
try to make Army. Arizona able to get the turnover regardless.
Oh. Wow.
Some chippiness.
Yeah.
Certainly the Army side preaches discipline left and right, so it sounds like they were able to take advantage of that. Even there were some words or some pushing or whatever, they didn't rise up, and Arizona was going to be their ball with that turnover, but gives the ball and Army kicks.
Just got to keep your head. It's a physical sport. It can get difficult, but keep your head so you don't get penalized that way. Nice little work here. Great inside step right there from that young man.
That's Bott again, and you see how they put him behind the line to give him a little bit of space. Again, another prop front row that loves to run with ball in hand. Give him some space to do so. He can be dangerous.
Yeah, God help you if you give him a head of steam, right?
Oh, the quick mark.
Oh, great little offload in the contact right there. I mean, he got the legs taken out from under him, but he's still able to dish that ball off. Nice work.
Yeah, Arizona going with 13 people, too. As that kick was taking place and he was taking the mark, there's a couple of players in white jerseys. You see him walking left to right now, but they were down. So Arizona, even though they were down a couple, willing to go with it, got about 20 extra meters. Now they're kicking and getting even more.
Yeah. Just marching it up the field. Not a bad kick, puts them over the 50 into the Army side of the territory.
Yeah, fortune favors the bold, and they're still attacking.
Oh, Army up there again, man.
You saw feet overhead there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
That's 14 Morgan, confident under that high ball, and man, is he finding space.
Slippery.
Woo! Slicing runner right there, supports there. Ball's going to recycle quickly. Great little take and give and go right there. Number 10, folks, that's Gerstel again. We talked about him quite a bit in the first half. I'd say that's the first time he's put hands on ball in an attacking position right there and did it super well, coming with a head of steam. There's 5 again with the carry, Breslin. Breslin doing the hard work in that 5 jersey. That's the work that the Locks do. Look at that, nice little chip kick, does he? Oh, well fielded, calls the mark.
Nate Gould again covering from the fullback position.
Nate, you talk about, I think Gould, you said, is a firstie this year graduating, is that correct?
He is, yeah, that senior out of Massachusetts.
Yeah, you can see the experience there, right?
Yeah, we're, you know, a lot of time that I've spent in a jersey has been for the All-Army rugby team. You know, folks that are active duty, we're really looking forward to getting Nate Gould out in the force so we can get him in an All-Army jersey. We may have to wait. Team USA, he may get a look with them as well.
And so he should, man. Well, wherever he ends up, whatever jersey he puts on, his teammates will be happy to have him for sure.
Yeah, Nate honored in the fall. Rugby East, all second team. Had a couple other folks get some Rugby East honors. But certainly doing well for the Army squad today and the season.
Was able to play that off the shoulder right there. That's the 15, Behringer, the vice captain in the white jersey for the Wildcats. Nice little ball off the laces right there. Great heads-up play. Great 3-man skip right there out to the 20. 20 dishes to 23. 20 was Langrish into the hands of Gonzalez.
Smart to get that out. He felt himself getting taken to touch.
Nice little quick ball from that young man right there, Miali.
We have just gone sideline to sideline in about 20 seconds. Well done by Arizona.
Yeah, well said, Nate, man. They're moving the ball well right now. Look at that. He's got the slicing run. He's looking for that
wide.
support. What a great look. Oh, my goodness. Number 23, Gonzalez. Scrambles in. Dots it down
Scores.
for 5 in
Yeah.
the corner. Fantastic work. I want to say that ball, where did that pass come from, Nate? Did we catch that?
It looked like it was Gerstel again that broke that line and immediately had his head up looking out wide. You know, the collapsing defense from Army, as they needed to, right? There was the line break
Of
there.
course, of course.
It's funny, I was just about ready to say Arizona worked the ball from sideline to sideline, it almost looked like a sevens game, like how quickly they were able to do that.
Unbelievably so.
And then you see the same thing, the line break and able to push it out wide up over the top. So had a couple folks in black, Luke South I saw out there with the first hit. Were able to make the tackle but did not control the tackle to the ground. So ball carrier able to take it into touch. That was Gonzalez. You know, you mentioned Behringer. He's taking this kick here as the vice captain. Last week, just really emphasized as being the anchor of that team. And, you know, if he stays on here and stays what he's doing, I think they're going to be leaning on him to try to get an additional 5 points here with just over 5 minutes left in this game.
So it's a one-score game, Nate. We've got Army at 24, Arizona Wildcats 19 off that last score. Unfortunately, wasn't able to convert. But we're a one-score game here with just over 5 minutes to play. Like we said, we expected an exciting second half. Holy cow, both teams have delivered.
Yeah, Army talks about being an attritional 80 minutes. So what are they going to be able to do in the last 5 or 6?
Wind's picked up pretty strong here. Looks like the short arm's out.
Knock
It's going to
on.
go Army penalty. Yeah, oh, knock, okay.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Looks like he got some help from the touch judge there as the crowd on this this near side was going insane, but the referee didn't look like he could see it from his angle, but touch helping him out. And it'll be Army's put in at the scrum. Isaac Gamboa putting the ball in at scrum half in the 9 position. Isaac's older sister is captain for the women's team here.
Emma.
Yep.
Both graduates of the Morris Lions program, all the way from flag, all the way through the high school programs, and then, you know, brother and sister up here. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of folks looking the same and looking like they could play different positions, and you see as Coach Sherman is able to kind of move his chess pieces around on this board, able to keep folks like Noah Sanchez and folks in there, but just moving them around.
Well, we know in the sport you got to be able to play a couple of positions, and it looks like Army is well schooled that way.
Luke South.
Making some hard yards there, and he gets the ball back securely for Gamboa. Army on the front foot. Arizona looking to gain control there in the defensive effort. They're able to bring Army down at the 20. Gamboa off the back, giving good, clean ball right there.
Did you see how low they got their shoulders on that? In and under the contact.
Nice little work here in the midfield. Just driving those hard yards just north of the 22 right here. Army looking for space.
Captain Mango, footwork.
Mango gets him into the 22.
Gabe Savage, ground skills.
Gamboa sees that the 9-10 channel's blocked, so he opts to take it off the back of the ruck. Good, strong play from him there.
Getting a good jump off that line is Arizona.
Yeah, good. I was just thinking the same thing. Good rush defense right there.
It'll be effective as long as they can stay together. That's the hard part, is everybody firing up at the same speed.
Absolutely, and if you get that spike runner, you got to mind his angles, right?
I was always taught as the runner to look for the vertical gap.
That's it. Wind picking up a little bit here at Shea Stadium. Penalty awarded for Arizona. That's the defensive work that we're talking about, Nate, is pushing that pressure until you can get that ball.
Yeah, they take it quick, then look for the chip over the top.
Looks
Gonzalez gets the ball up in the air, and Army early contact.
Mitigated, though, which is good heads-up play from the black jersey as well, understanding that his opposite wants to bring him down safely.
Army did work the ball for a good 3-4 minutes, so we're looking at 1:20 on the official clock. Referee obviously has the time on the field.
One-score game. Number 3, Slaughter with the carry here. Ball's lost forward. Big opportunity for Army here. Number 23 with the carry.
Luke South.
Wow.
Yeah, just need to be conservative here if you're Army. Control the ball.
Under a minute to play, Nate. 53 seconds and counting. Army in control of the ball. Unfortunately, just turned over in contact by Slaughter, number 3.
Showing 45 seconds on the game clock.
Army just needs to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, I talked earlier about individual responsibility. This is really where we want to see collective responsibility. Everybody knowing what the team needs to do.
100%, 100%. Be there, do the hard work in the breakdown, make sure that ball stays with the black jersey. That's what they're working on right here. Obviously, the other jerseys looking to create as much havoc as they can coming up together, taking that space away, creating chaos, and looking for that turnover.
No quit with these folks in white.
No, sir. Effort was not the question today.
Yeah, Isaac Gamboa putting all these passes on point. Oh, wow. Another holding on.
The clock's at 0, folks. Ball's been turned over to Arizona. This is the last opportunity here. Arizona needs to hold ball in hand and work it down the field. Army's got to put that pressure on now, and there it is. That breaking run's handled. Great stick tackle from Army. Army scraping their defense, marking up the near side. Arizona's going to hold on, though. Great little pass right there. Another one into the hands of Slaughter again. Slaughter looking for those yards, getting it done. Slaughter taken down. Support is there. Ball is going to stay with. Great counter ruck there from Black, but the ball is going to stay with the white jersey.
The ice defense on this near side got the ball down, or got the runner down, but ball still in hand for Arizona.
This is a tough call right here, right? Army wants to get into those rucks, but they don't want to sacrifice players out there either to keep that field wide.
Little Isaac Gamboa out there with a big tackle.
Tough player, tough player. That's the kind of work you want to see from that finisher come on. That intensity that ratchets and ratchets. Once again, I have to give props to Smith in the 21 jersey, who came on as well, and opposite of Isaac. Both these guys in the 9, right in the 9 position, are doing the heavy lifting.
Still some big boys out there too with some big tackles, as we see on the far side. Oh, there's the knock.
There it is. And that's game, folks.
Yeah, it's especially sweet for Army, them going out to Arizona last year and quite frankly getting dinged in the mouth. They lost 23-17 last year, so this was going to be a bit of revenge match out here. Arizona will take this even after last week's big win over BYU, but this will be their last game before they hit their spring break.
Well, Nate, I mean, why don't we let's do this. Man of the match for you from both sides.
Oh man, putting me on the spot here.
And then I'll follow it up for you.
Yeah, I think, man, just to go down the roster, I think we controlled some really good things as in the lineout, as I mentioned at halftime. So I'm going to go with our captain, our Army's captain, Mango. He's the firstie. He's getting honored today, being out there for the senior day. So Elijah Mangues, that's what I would say out of Pennsylvania. He'd be my man of the match for Army. Who do you see from Army before we head over to Arizona?
For me, it was a clear hands down number 15 Gould. I mean, just doing the unsung work back there, just never late, always on point, just doing the work. So really nice work from that young man.
I'll take it. And I think over on the Arizona side, I don't know if he got in for a score, but he gave him a lot of opportunity. Nick Morgan in the 14
100%.
jersey from Arizona. I really liked what he did in the back line.
You know, I was going the same way, so let me add one to that then. I'm going to throw in 15 Behringer, the vice captain, having a hell of a day out there. And I think, you know, it's hats off to both sides. Army comes away with the win on a big senior day. Also a little bit of what for last year, like you were telling me. But really, today was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
seven-game winning streak for the Black Knights here. They'll take a quick breath before they head out to the West Coast. They're going to take on both Cal and then Cal Poly, 2 games in a 5-day span. I think they play Cal on Saturday, then Cal Poly on a Wednesday.
That is a big schedule right there. I wish you guys the best going out there. Show them what for from the East Coast. Listen, folks, Steph Aliprandi here from RPS Production, joined by my new best friend, Colonel Nate Conkey. Nate, what a pleasure today. Really enjoyed it.
Steph, this has been so much fun. You said that going into the broadcast, just have fun, and that's absolutely what it was. So thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me talk about both Army and Arizona out today, and look forward to doing this again soon.
100%.
All right.
Cool.